Welcome, high school football fans. A special treat here to open up with Terry Weedo. Terry, it's a hot night, although a great night for a high school football game.
Oh, it is. You know, I was a little bit worried about the weather. It might be cooling off. It might get rain, whatever. Last week it got real cool at Hampshire, but tonight's perfect.
It really is, but the humidity is high, and I will think that stamina endurance may be a factor. So this is kind of an old school game in some respects for us old Keeneland fans. Riverside-Brookfield, right down the road from the zoo, coming to town.
And Riverside-Brookfield is always did get Keeneland a hard time. They beat them 3 years in a row. Close games, but they always pull some tricks out of their hat. Their coach was notorious. I remember one coach playing him said, "You never know, he might run the elephants out there during the game from the zoo."
Right, and didn't they run a lot of onside kicks and trickery?
They'd be behind, and they let the other team score so they get the ball back.
Oh, jeez. Yeah, wide open offense as we've come to know and appreciate here at this Aurora Eagle team. Ethan Hampton is quite prowess and a lot of potential. He's getting Big Ten looks as a junior, and given the stock that he comes from with his dad, good friend of mine, Jay Hampton, the future is bright for him. So I think it's going to be a really interesting matchup. You know, I always say big plays, special teams, and turnovers, you never know what's going to happen, but there's no place I'd rather be here on a Friday night.
Oh, it's a great facility, and it's a lot of fun, too.
Yeah, it absolutely is. We're looking forward to the kickoff and hope that you are, too. We'll be back with that after this here on TV 17.
Hi, I'm Melissa Garcia of RE/MAX All-Pro in Sugar Grove. If you're thinking of buying or selling a home this season, we can help. Our team approach helps provide personal and professional assistance in your home buying needs. If you're looking for a home, our buyer specialist team can assist you with every facet necessary for a successful buying experience. If you're considering putting your house on the market, we showcase your home both in print with local periodicals, newspapers, and the real estate book, and online at enhanced sites with Realtor.com, Zillow, Homes.com, and Trulia, not to mention many more, and also on the go by assigning QR codes, text codes, and mobile sites that connect your home to mobile consumers on the go. Let the Melissa Garcia team at RE/MAX All-Pro help you find the perfect home or help you get the highest and best price for your current home. Call or text anytime at 630-878-9868 or visit our website at www.melissagarciahomes.com.
Illinois High School football action here at the Miracle on Sullivan, God's Field. The Aurora Christian Eagles at home bring a 3-0 record to the visiting Riverside-Brookfield Bulldogs. Come in 2-1. Josh Dornick fields the kick after the bounce, took it out just across the 21. And as I mentioned, the Aurora Christian Eagles will take the field with a 3-0 record. They've put up quite a bit of points so far this year. High-flying offense led by junior quarterback Ethan Hampton. Week 1, the Eagles routed from Gary, Indiana, Roosevelt High School 58-0, and then kept rolling into week 2 over Chicago Brownsville 63-0. Last week over crosstown rival Aurora Central Catholic 66-7. So a true offensive machine, but they are thrown for a loss here on their opening run. Dornick trying the left side with nowhere to go. Riverside-Brookfield, a much bigger school, as we mentioned in our opening. Enrollment of about 1,600. Fumble on the play. Still on the ground. Finally covered all the way back inside the 5. Oh, my. Boy, oh boy, not the start that the Eagles were looking for by any means. Now the tall quarterback is actually in his own end zone, takes the shotgun snap, plenty of time, looking left, complete, out near the first down marker. He's got it across the 40-yard line. Oh my! Looking at 3rd and 17, backed all the way up. And he found Jack Serta. He's been a favorite target of his so far this early season. And my, oh my, what a pickup when you're standing in your own end zone, cool under pressure, finding the receiver, picking up the first down. What a breath of fresh air that's got to be for the hometown fans. Deep drop once again. Serta knocked out of his hands. Good play by the captain defensive back, Christopher Doherty there. Certainly Serta is a preferred target, and at 6'2", 180, Ethan's really comfortable going to him. Penalty moves them back 5 yards. They'll start over once again and put it in the air once again. Steps up on the run, fakes the dump, throws it off, and hit as he crosses the 40-yard line. Took a nice shot, but bounced right back up. And I don't see a number 21 on the RB roster. See if we can catch a name there. First running play of the series and first quarter. Nowhere to go. And that was Dornick once again. So now the Eagles are looking at 3rd and 11. Hampton makes first man miss, rolling right with time, finally throws it out of bounds. And that is intentional grounding, yes sir. Nobody in the zip code there. In some ways, a good presence of mind to get rid of it before he took a whack, but didn't have anybody even in the vicinity, and they're going to throw the flag and call that every time. And now Josh Dornick, number 7, drops deep into punt formation. We've got number 33, Luke Gentile, about his own 37-yard line. Received, low punt, fielded, blocked into the end zone, and that's a touchdown. That is a touchdown, just like that. Oh my. Every single fan in the visiting section is on his feet, while the fans here on the home side are in a state of shock. That all started with a low snap. Defender came through, got his hands up, and the ball stayed in the corner of the end zone. And that is kicked. Well, don't know how many times I've seen the opening score on a blocked punt, but you just did. Eagles are down 6. We'll be back after this here on TV 17.
If you're looking for a fun place to bring the kids, look no further than the Sugar Grove Family Fun Center on Route 47. Kids of all ages like to start out on the go-kart speedway. And for the drivers who want a bigger challenge, they can check out the slick track. Then cool off with water cannons you squirt your friends with on the bumper boats. Or load up the water balloons in buckets and sling them at your friends in Water Wars. And let's not forget our modern, fun-filled miniature golf course. Look for us on Route 47 in Sugar Grove between Jericho Road and Route 30.
So, Terry, we were just commenting about what an unlikely way for the visitors to score in their opening drive, and you were saying the NIU game.
Well, you know, I was watching the NIU-Nebraska game last week, and there was 5 block kicks in that game.
Crazy. How often are you going to see that? That's Dornick all the way back inside his 5, gathers himself with a return, bounced out across the 25, 20 rather, and dragged down from there. Well, Josh, I got to say that was a pretty unlikely opening that we saw there with Riverside-Brookfield. We saw a lot of passing by the Eagles. Any observations you've got here early on?
They're running a formation that's not usually used in high school football there. They're not running a 4 wide, which seems they're going back to the passing offense. They hand it off to 7, which is a very smart move. Riverside was not really expecting that, so I'd keep handing it off.
Yeah, switching to a running game with a little bit more balance, probably a good observation by you. You know, these Eagles are known for spreading it out. But, yeah, and I've also noticed how they had what I call the inverted wishbone out of the shotgun. Now here, Hampton under center, play action pass, deep drop, crossing pattern. Complete across the 35. And that was Trey Beebe on the reception. Keeping it all in the family here. Son of head coach, cousin of Chad of the Minnesota Vikings, who we watched for so many years here. Shovel pass on the inside, nowhere to go. I think that's really a byproduct of good defense and contain on the outside. Hampton under center once again. Give to Dornick out of the deep eye. Out across midfield. Josh, that was a good call, keeping it on the ground.
Yeah, Dornick is making a lot of good cuts. He's finding open space. His ball carrying vision is very, very good. I suggest we stick with him.
That's very well said, you know, and I'm noticing the big guys up front, in particular number 56, Bryce Henderson, 6'7", 275. I'd be running behind him. Fresh set of downs right at midfield here in the first quarter, trailing by 6. Inside give here to the near side, pushed out of bounds after a short gain. Jack Serta once again, he's really Mr. Everything. They're throwing to him and they're giving him the ball to run. He just had nowhere to go. And again, 2 things there, good discipline in containing and also pursuit by the Riverside-Brookfield defense. Ethan with time. Complete about the 40. And that was Danny New, number 85 on the reception, spreading the ball around. J.P. Gier, the lone receiver, all the way out to the numbers here on the near side. They flip it to Dornick off the left side. And again, contain and pursuit by the RBD. Option right. Overhand lateral back to Dornink. But again, the pursuit reels him in after a short gain. That's going to bring up 3rd and long. The Eagles quickly to the line here on this 3rd and long, nearly 10. Bootleg left on the run, complete out to Clevenger, but he will be short of the 1st down. And Josh, I'm going to tell you right now, they're going to go for it. Looks to me, referees are conferring. Oh, now I see a flag on the far side of the field about the 40-yard line out at the numbers. I'm thinking this might be an interference call on the defense. Any thoughts on what it might be, Josh?
Maybe a delay a game, or maybe one of the players said something to the refs.
So you're thinking possible dead ball foul. Typically delay the game, they'll whistle it shut. Not set. As he motioned illegal procedure. Well, that really hurts. Instead of 3rd and 4, they're looking at 3rd and 14. Empty backfield. Hampton with time. Steps up. Across the middle, complete. J.P. Giro once again. And I got to say, when they give him time, he looks pretty composed. Whole lot of maturity we're seeing over the years here as Ethan grows into the role. Can't remember if I think he may have been pressed into action as a freshman. That's a fumble. That was a backwards pass. Oh, wow. Fortunate call there. I would have thought that was a lateral. Don't know if Terry had a good vantage point on it or not, but to me, that appeared to be a backwards pass.
You know, I think you're right, Larry. It sure looked like that. They got away with one right there.
Perhaps. Trio of receivers just near the hash marks. Hampton on the roll. Flush back the other way. He's running across the 20, inside the 15, spins across 10, and down about the 5. We don't see him running a lot, but that was an impressive run right there. Ethan Hampton making it happen with his legs.
Aurora Christian,
I'd imagine that's a play where Dad is really proud and Mom was really nervous. Fake to Dornick off the left side. To Serta. Touchdown. Touchdown, Eagles. Jack Serta. Josh, when I started broadcasting football, my old friend Tom Flanders used to say, best play in football, the bootleg. They ran that bootleg to perfection. So I tell you what, Jack Serta was wide open.
Yeah, it was a very clean sell by number 2, the quarterback, and just worked to perfection, like you said.
Executed like they drew it up on the board. Defender's bit, hit him, and barely even touched as he waltzed into the end zone. Point after is good. Eagles claim the lead by 1. We'll be back after this here on TV 17.
best new sports bar in Aurora is A-Town Pizza Pub and Grill. Join your friends to watch all your favorite teams. Enjoy daily drink specials and our great menu of pizza, burgers, wings, and other favorites. A-Town is conveniently located at the West Aurora Plaza on Galena Boulevard in Aurora.
With 4:26 left to play here in the first quarter, the Aurora Christians reclaim the lead on an Ethan Hampton pass to Jack Serta on a perfectly executed bootleg. Riverside-Brookfield blocked a punt after stopping the Eagles on their opening possession to an unlikely start to the first quarter, but a very well put together drive by Ethan Hampton and the Aurora Christian Eagles to reclaim the lead, and we now see the Riverside-Brookfield offense for the first time with just over 4 minutes left to play here in the first quarter. Shotgun formation. Slot man goes in motion to the far side. Number 17, Matthew Torres, the quarterback, on the run, shows a strong arm. That's complete to Nick Novak on the far side. Bringing up second and very short. Actually, they're now saying he picked up the first down as they marked the ball just beyond the 46-yard line. And they reset the chains once again to second and long, or short. Got me confused. Quarterback fakes and keeps, hitting the backfield and brought down. That's a great defensive play there. Number 85, Danny Norris bringing him down. Sure tackle in the backfield. Now we're looking at 3rd and 5. Jet sweep to the far side. Swarmed under, nowhere to go. Fumble. It's now 4th and 5, and the Bulldogs do drop into punt formation. Eagles send 2 players deep to field the kick. High kick will bounce at the 30 and take a prolific roll down inside the 20-yard line. But an impressive opening series by the Eagle defense.
Yeah, some great pursuit there by the Eagle defense. They really covered those corners. Nice loss there, too. They had a 4-yard loss on that tackle.
Yeah, you're exactly right there, Terry. They showed a great team speed. I was commenting on how Riverside-Brookfield had good contain and pursuit. So did the Eagles. Now, after that impressive drive, we'll see if the Eagle offense keeps hitting on all cylinders. Starting from their own 17-yard line. High snap, fielded, fakes the give and keeps, and grinds out yardage when it looked like there was none to be had. Long pass, complete here on the near side. Nobody's going to catch him. That is Noe Morero. And that, my friends, is a 79-yard touchdown pass. Touchdown, Eagles. Josh, they made that look easy.
It's because it was.
And if you were playing Madden, how would you have described that?
Simple streak route down the right side of the field, just had him wide open.
Yeah, and Noe Morero, you're right, he was wide open, and one of the things that I really liked about that was how Ethan just put air under the ball and allowed Noe to run under it.
Yeah, he floated in there perfectly, allowed number 31 to get the yards after the catch, and he just kept going.
He sure did. Looked like he was hitting high gears. He crossed midfield. There was no catching him. And the sure-handed Morero gets the high snap down for the point after, which is good. The Eagle offense is flying high. 14-6 back after this here on TV 17.
Ready for the fall hunting season by stopping in at JR Shooting Sports.
Stay warm when you're out on the hunt by choosing from a wide assortment of hunting apparel. JR also has a huge selection of guns for the hunt, as well as sports optics. And don't forget to stock up on ammunition because JR Shooting Sports is your fall hunting headquarters.
We're located on Oakhurst Drive in Aurora. And visit us on the web and on Facebook.
Welcome back to the Miracle on Sullivan. This is God's Field. And the Eagles have scored twice consecutively through the air. Ethan Hampton floated it out there perfectly. Noe Morero ran under it, grabbed it, kicked it into high gear, and 79 yards later, the Eagles were on the board once again. We were talking about contain and pursuit, and that Eagle defense really showed their share of that as Riverside-Brookfield went 3 and out on their opening possession. So now they've got the ball for just the second time here in the first quarter with barely a minute and a half left to play. We call that a teachable moment, Josh. Defensive left end jumped into the neutral zone and was brought to the sideline for some wisdom. And the big guy went in his place. Let's keep an eye on Bryce Henderson, all 6'7", 275 of him, lined up at the left defensive end. Josh, I'm sure you're noticing the 3-4 defensive front the Eagles employ. Now that's a tough run right there by RB in the name of number 33, Luke Gentile. Running hard.
That's the first down for Riverside-Brookfield. Defense getting him also a touchdown.
And Josh, you'll find that I like to observe the defensive formation, just like you were noting some of the different offensive schemes that the Eagles came out with. But the 3-4 front more and more prevalent as you face these West Coast offenses. Oh my, just off the fingertips of Nick Novak, he was open.
That was a perfectly placed ball by number
17.
17, and just he dropped it, had butter on his fingers, just couldn't keep a hold of it.
Yeah, quarterback Matthew Torres really put it right on the money, and whether he had end zone in his eyes and or butter on his fingers, just slipped off his hands. And I tell you what, I'm sure he'd want to give that one back. Instead, they're looking at 2nd and 10. The back motions out to an empty set, and that will be a delay of game call. Just prior to the snap, and that hurts. Timeout on the field, and a good time for us to take one as well.
A long weekend is just an excuse to get a long way from boring. With models up to 62 horsepower or room for 4. Go rugged. Go big. Go Gator.
Hi, I'm Dave from Buck Brothers. We have special financing on most all of our equipment.
Just 1:14 left to play here in the first quarter. Visiting Riverside-Brookfield, trailing 14-6 with the reverse here to the near side. Takes a shot as he's knocked out of bounds. But Gentile is no gentle man as he runs the ball. He runs hard. My buddy Jim Gust would describe him as stout, solid. Love you, Jim, and I'm missing you. 3rd and 6 from the 47. Owen Murphy stepping in at quarterback, pitching to Gentile, running hard on the far side, but tackled right about midfield. That's going to bring up 4th and 3. And I was thinking that they might go for it, Josh, but they're sending in the punting. Eagles are just finally dropping guys back into punt return formation. Short snap. It's a fake. They got the first down and more. Rumbling up the middle. Holy cow. Eduardo Pena, all 5'10", 200 of him. He looked to be running downfield. Boy, that's a high school version of Jerome Bettis if ever I've seen one.
You know what? I was going to tell you, watch out for these guys. I bet they're going to try a fake. I should have said it. But you're right, Jerome Bettis. That was a bust going downfield.
You know, and I was just channeling my inner Jim Gust. I met Jim Gust from 80 yards away when he was saying, watch the fake.
Never count these guys out at Riverside-Brookfield. They'll do anything.
Well, and just like that, the first quarter of play has been concluded. We're going to turn it around and bring you second quarter action after this here on TV 17.
Hodges Westside Truck Center is the place to go if you need a work truck for your business. Hodges offers a wide variety of trucks to meet your needs, and we have 2 locations to serve you in Marengo and in Elburn, and that's where you can browse around and find the right truck for you. We also service what we sell. We have an excellent parts and customer service department, and we also have a complete workshop to make the repairs you need to keep your truck on the road. Our Elburn facility is located on Main Street just east of Route 47, and in Marengo you can find Westside Truck Center on Route 20 Grant Highway near I-90.
The Bulldogs have 1st and 10 from the Eagle 32-yard line here to start second quarter action. Torres completed a high pass. Boy, and I tell you what, we talked about Nick Novak having butter on his fingers earlier. He had stickum on his fingers there, Josh.
Yeah, it seems like he stuck his butter hands in the popcorn and he's got it all off. So now I think he's going to be able to catch for the rest of the game.
It sure looked good, yeah, and I'm sure he was saying something to the effect of, give me another chance, I won't drop it, and he came good on that there. What a great catch that was. Second and short from the Eagle 23, and again, Murphy slides in to take the snap from center, pitches to Gentile, nifty little run, back up the middle, and he's gonna score. Wow, 23 yards, he cut it back against the grain, made a couple guys miss, and into the end zone just like that. Well, and especially when number 5, Owen Murphy, slips in under center, that's an indicator there. The spot is down, the kick is up, and it is good. Eagles 14, Bulldogs 13.
20 years, Peg's on Main Street in Maple Park has provided quality professional hair care for the entire family. Peg and her staff keep up on the latest fashion trends for adults and children. She also carries a wide variety of hair care products for your convenience. And when they're finished pampering your hair, you can walk over and browse around the fantastic on-site gift shop. Stop in anytime at Peg's on Main in downtown Maple Park or give them a call at 815-827-3051.
Well, after a nifty 23-yard run by 33, Luke Gentile, just a one-point ball game. This is Dorning from his own 15, picking his way across the 20. Not much further room to run from there. Junior quarterback number 2, Ethan Hampton, fakes Dorning. Nice fake, still on his feet as he worked across the right end, out across the 45-yard line. Boy, he fooled just about everybody there. Quite a fake.
Yeah, that read option was very well. The offensive line also sold it very well, swinging it to the left.
Good observation. Bootleg roll, picks up the first down. You know, and I'm thinking hypothetically at some point they may retire 82 here, or I don't know, maybe it's just an honor for them to keep passing that down. I don't know how many BBs they've got in the lineage here.
Not only the BBs, but the Harners. That's a relation, too.
It sure is. Yeah, knowing how selfless Don is, I think he'd rather continue to see it just passed along.
Well, you know, they're all successful, so why not keep it going?
That's right, absolutely. Hampton fakes the pass, gives to Dorning, picks up a few. Third and 7 from the Bulldog 40. We've got a short equipment timeout. You know, Terry, we mentioned Marrero coming out on that touchdown, but then he was right back in 2 plays later to help return the kick, so I'm assuming he's fine. That pass complete, looks like it may be just short of the first down, but I would imagine Coach Beebe's got them going for it, and with absolute no hesitation, in fact, a hurry up run to the line. Here come the Eagles. Quarterback sneak, that's money. And what a good call that is. Riverside-Brookfield coach is rather animated over that. They go hurry up once again as Ethan hustles to the line and under center. This time he's rolling, stops, dumps it off. Dorning spins out of the first tackle across the 30 and out of bounds at the 35-yard line. Making something out of nothing there. Running so hard he stepped out of his shoe. So an equipment timeout as Dorning comes to the sideline. And I was just talking about Marrero as he shuffles out of the halfback into the slot position, and the ball was a little behind him there. Third and 4, fakes the give, lots of time, steps up, dumps it off. Marrero once again on the crossing pattern, but short of the first down. Let's see if they go hurry up, quarterback sneak again. And no, they're in the shotgun. Looks to be a couple yards, so now Marrero again into the slot. Quick hitter here on the near side. Trey Beebe refuels one. Now Josh, it's hard to tell from our perspective, but the program lists him at 5'11", 155. Would you say that's accurate?
Maybe not the weight, and maybe not the height too. He looks a little bit shorter than usual, but and maybe a little bit smaller. But other than that, he looks I don't know. Okay.
Dornick off the left side, scampers in for the touchdown. Touchdown, Eagles! We'll pontificate about the accuracy of the height and weight of the aforementioned Trey Beebe later. Oh, wait a second. There's a flag on the field. Holding penalty will bring that one back. So, Josh, I'm going to give you a little bit of the business here. That was a long-winded no. So when I said 5'11", 155, yeah. But he may grow into that.
Yeah, hopefully.
Sure he will. Now they've got the inverted wishbone. They fake the give to the deep back Dornick, who's got his shoe back on. Hampton scrambling. Oh, boy. I'm surprised we didn't see a horse collar or a late hit there. Boy, dangerous play.
He's kind of spun him around like a rag doll. I thought there might have been a flag there, too.
Yeah, not really a horse collar, you're right, but they had his jersey, and I don't think he intended to spin him around, but that's exactly what he did. Second and 20 from the 23, reverse, flag deep, and slipped at the 24. Boy, I tell you what, these Eagles are going the wrong direction all of a sudden. Well, after all that, the Eagles are looking at 3rd and 22 from their 24. Complete to Beebe all the way down to the 6-yard line. And Ethan took a shot after he got rid of it, but boy, what great composure in the pocket.
Not only that, when they had a 3rd and 20, they just said that's exactly where we want to be.
Yeah, what do you call on 3rd and 22 from your 24? Well, you run that. So now, 4th and 6 from about the 8-yard line. They empty the backfield, 5 receivers with time, all kinds of time. On his feet, still rolling right. Did he get his hands under it? He did. He did. That was low. But oh my, Josh, I thought he scooped a short hop, but they say he got his hands under it. Touchdown, Eagles. What a great play by quarterback Ethan Hampton to just buy time.
He bought a lot of time. That's exactly what he did. Bought his time, rolled out, kept looking, didn't panic, and then he hit his receiver.
Right, and that, by giving him time, allowed the receiver time to get open. The DB can only stay with the receiver for so long. Point after is no good, and that is big, so it is only a 7-point Eagle lead. Score is 20-13. Back after this here on TV 17.
Attention campers, attention campers. If you're looking for a new or pre-owner travel trailer, camping trailer, fifth wheel, toy hauler, accessible trailer, or destination trailer, go to Vacation Land in Big Rock, Illinois. You pay no fees. You're buying an RV, not fees. No freight, no setup, no propane charges, no hookup fees. Just your beautiful new RV ready for family fun. This message was brought to you by Vacation Land RV. We sell RVs, not fees. Call us at 630-556-3211 or go to our website, vacationlandrv.com, for more information.
J.P. Giro with the touchdown reception, putting the Eagles up by 7, scored 20-13. Kickoff returned all the way out to the 45-yard line. Daniel Hillier running hard. Boy, what a great example of the back and forth that is high school football, Josh. The Eagles score, and they look like they've got things going their way, and then you see a kickoff returned almost out to midfield.
Yeah, well, I got in for free, but I would have definitely paid to get into this game. It's shaping up to be a good one so far.
You got in for free? How'd you do that? You were TV 17?
Uh-huh.
Absolutely. There's no place else I'd rather be on a Friday night. And especially here with a good competitive game. Back and forth we go. Senior quarterback Matthew Torres. Little slip screen here to the near side. Number 2, Matt Novak, tackled for a loss. There's that team speed we were talking about with the Eagle defense.
Yeah, the Eagles are pursuing really well, but you know what? I kind of like that Riverside-Brookfield quarterback too. He's not too bad.
He really is, and we were talking about the trickery that you have so astutely observed over the years, and I'll tell you, the indicator to me is when you see number 5, Owen Murphy, slip in under center, stuff's coming out of their sleeves.
He's going to hand off. He's going to do something, end around, you name it.
Swing pass to the far side, and a flag came down. You know, Terry, Josh made a really good observation there as they actually went tackles spread wide. They only had 3 interior linemen lined up tight. And you're talking about some of the deception that RB is known for, and the polecat offense perhaps, or a variation of it. That's exactly what you saw right there.
Yeah, you just never know with these guys. Again, this goes back years to when I was in high school. I mean, these guys were always like that. I don't know if it's in their genes or what.
Well, and the beauty of that is you just make the opponent prepare for so many different schemes. It just makes it difficult to really be fully prepared. Torres, flush from the pocket, steps up and runs. Tackled across the 40. They're making him work for it.
He's got some good pocket presence too, Larry. You know, he saw everybody's covered and he stepped up and made a nice little gain out of it.
Yeah, you're right, Terry. It's a good observation. He's showing real good composure. Certainly the senior in him. And he's a big guy, 6'1", 200. So he stands in there without any fear. Now here he is rolling right on the run, just overthrown. And that should bring out the punting unit.
The big question for RB, we've been talking about their offense, and their defense has been very quick, good pursuit, but I think they're over pursuing too, the way the Eagles have them with their offense. A little trickery on their part too.
And that's real easy to have happen. I can tell you firsthand experience as a former middle linebacker. If ever I got myself out of position, it was by over pursuing. Rugby style punt from the 35. He got hit as he got it away. No flag came down. Got a good roll, but touchdown. Oh, look at that. They're marking that all the way up at the 28-yard line. Terry, I didn't see that. Did you see what's going on there?
I didn't catch that either. I was, unless they're saying it, someone touched it? I don't know.
Perhaps that's the only explanation that I could come up with. I saw it rolled all the way down to the 12. I also saw that the punter got hit after the fact. Josh, you got an observation?
Yeah, 32 got dinked in the head by the ball.
There you go. That's my man Josh on the spot. Inside give. That's Surt on the far side. Nowhere to go. Getting a sense of urgency here from the Eagles sideline as they shuffle players in and out. We're at the 3.5-minute mark here in the second quarter, and they certainly want to see if they can get another score on the board before they go to the locker room. Dornick, nowhere to go.
Another example of the RB defense stringing the play out. They did a good job that time too.
Yeah, absolutely. We've talked about that. Both defenses are showing good team speed and pursuit. So now Ethan's looking at 3rd and 11 with an empty set. 4 receivers to the right, 1 here to the near side. Crossing pattern in and out of Josh Dornick's hands. And anytime the ball is tipped in the air like that, Josh, that is an interception waiting to happen. I can tell you from experience, high school defenses actually at all levels, they run a tip drill for that exact scenario. So now Dornick will stay in and drop deep to punt. And the hard-running Luke Gentile is back to receive this punt. Gets it away. Nice high punt. Fair catch signaled and caught about the 39-yard line. Just over 2.5 minutes left to play. We'll see what happens here on this next series for the Bulldogs.
And time to check out their 2-minute drill, see if it works.
Well, yeah, you know, offensively, RB has shown some sparks. Gentile runs hard, and they do have some misdirection, so you never know what's going on. Two receivers split to each side. Shotgun formation. Torres, quick hitter. And I really like the way number 85, Danny New, came up from his safety position. That was complete, but he came flying in to tackle him down there. Kind of a hurry-up mode for RB. Lots of pressure, dumped incomplete. To bring up 3rd and 4.
I like that defensive call on that play, Larry. They didn't give much time to drop back and survey the field. They got on him right away.
Oh, they were blitzing hard, and that was Serta. I love an aggressive defense. Torres under center. Gentile is deep. Bootleg action, pressured, gets rid of it, but hit immediately. Noe Marrero. But Terry, you can't coach that any better. He came up and closed on that receiver immediately.
It's a great pursuit you've been talking about all game, and now the Eagles still have some timeouts left. They may want to use them.
Well, and yeah, that was recognition and a break on the ball. And so now the clock is running, even though the Eagles do have all 3 timeouts. I would have thought they may have taken one there. RB taking their time. Well, the Eagles should have called timeout 15 seconds ago. But now RB does. Second quarter action, 1:19 left to play here before half. We got a ball game, folks. Aurora Christian leading by 7, score of 2013 over the visiting Riverside-Brookfield Bulldogs. Nobody back to field the punt, and it's touchdown at the 24-yard line. So we debated whether the Eagles should have taken that timeout or not. They did lose some clock, but ultimately RB took the timeout. Now the Eagles have all 3 to use with 1:10.
And remember, you can't take those into the locker room with you. You got to use them. But classic example, the Bears kept that one timeout and wound up winning the game for them.
Yeah, and how about that? You know, we actually got a kicker this year. Eddie Money.
Well, after last year, they needed a kicker.
I'm on record saying Chicago's just a better place to live when the Bears win. Ethan empties the backfield, 5 receivers to work with. Flush from the pocket, but buys time on the run. He's going to go across the 30, on the 40, out to midfield, still on his feet. Bringing it back here to the near side, 30, 20, down inside the 15-yard line. We're talking about conserving timeouts. They don't need any, and on a scramble, just like that, the Eagles are back in the red zone.
I guess I know more than I do. You don't need 3 timeouts when you got a quarterback like that.
Boy, he's really shown some athleticism tonight.
Yeah, he's great running ability, good pocket presence. He could hit his secondary receivers. He really could survey the field great. That time, he saw an opening and he took it.
And I can't wait to talk to his dad because I think he's getting his speed from his mom. I'm just going to leave it at that.
Well, you know him better than I do, so I'll leave it at that too.
He may have the pocket presence and the reading, but yeah, John and I will talk about that offline. With time, ball was tipped and then falls harmlessly incomplete. So now all of a sudden, really time not a factor. Even though there's only 50 seconds, they've got all 3 timeouts to work with, and the ball at the 19-yard line.
50 seconds with 3 timeouts, that's an eternity.
Yeah, especially with this offense. conceivably they could get a first down. And I misspoke. The ball is at the 14, not the 19. Dornick on a pitch right, tackled for no gain. And that's the luxury of the 3 timeouts, that they could actually run the ball there. 31 seconds left to play. 3rd and 11 from the 15. Play action pass. Looking to the end zone. He's open. The ball's batted away. That will bring up 4th down. Quarterback Ethan Hampton will be attempting a 32-yard field goal. Spot is down, the kick is up, and it is good! From 32 yards out, we're talking about the athleticism on the run. How about that, sports fans? The field goal puts the Eagles up by a total of 10. Score now, Aurora Christian 23, Riverside-Brookfield 13. Here's a pooch kick to the near side. That's going to go out of bounds. That's the catch-22 with that. If you don't do it right, boy, you give them field position. So now RB will take over at their 40.
Well, still a couple of seconds, 20 seconds. Anything can happen.
You know what? It looks to me like they're calling offsides.
Re-kicking.
And re-kicking. You know, if I'm Riverside-Brookfield, I would pause to consider that, because if I'm not mistaken, they should have the ball at the 40 with the out-of-bounds kickoff.
Right, exactly.
So you're going to run more clock off when you only have 20 seconds, and I will not be surprised if they don't have as good a field position as the 40 would have given them.
Well, you're absolutely right. I don't know. Maybe they just want to go to the locker room and trailing by 10.
So yeah, shoulda, coulda, woulda. Well, at this point, if I was Aurora Christian, I'm going to kick it deep.
Well, they did get one good return earlier in the game.
They did. They did. Look at this huge hole in the middle of the return team formation. They pooch it 35, returned out to midfield. Tackled at the Eagle 48-yard line.
Well, I guess they know better than us. They got better field position, but less time.
Exactly. See, I will give that, but bird in the hand, ball at the 40 with 20 seconds, or ball at the opposing 48. So that's a good 12 extra yards of field position, which is nothing to sneeze at. Just one timeout to work with, 48 yards, just under 15 seconds here in the first half. Torres pressured, gets rid of it, complete over the middle. That's Gentile. Spun down at the 30-yard line. Timeout immediately. What should be the last play of the first half. Quarterback Torres sends it into the end zone. Nearly intercepted and falling incomplete. So with that, the Aurora Christian Eagles take a 10-point lead to the locker room. Eagles 23, Bulldogs 13, second half after this, here on TV 17.
Summer may be over, but the Sugar Grove Family Fun Center will be open until October 31st. There's still time to enjoy the go-karts on our beginner course, as well as the slick track for the experienced drivers. Then walk over to the spectacular mini golf course for a round or two with your friends. And don't forget, the bumper boats and water wars are ready for those warm Indian summer evenings and weekends. Remember, the Fun Center is open until Halloween and is conveniently located on Route 47 and Jericho Road in Sugar Grove.
the Aurora Christian Eagles lead by 10, 23-13. And Josh, as we look at first half stats, you're comparing the two quarterbacks. What have you got?
So for the two quarterbacks, for Aurora Christian, we have number 2, Ethan Hampton, who has, for passing yards, he is 12 for 16 with 221 yards and 3 touchdowns, as well as adding 113 rushing yards to his total. Now we go to the other side, Riverside-Brookfield, who we have number 17, Matt Torres, who has 2 rushing yards and is 5 for 9 passing with 45 yards and a touchdown.
Wow, that's a great comparison, and that, you know, that illustrates a couple things. First of all, you know, how the Aurora Christian Eagles defense has really played so very well, keeping in mind that the first touchdown was scored by the RB defense on the blocked punt. But, you know, the thing that I really like that you pointed out, you know, Ethan Hampton, was the running yards. I mean, to be over 100 yards and over 50 of those were on one run, you know, to put him in scoring position there towards the end. But, so yeah, he's got over 300 some yards total offense in the first half.
Yeah.
And, you know, I know we don't play fantasy football at the high school level, but boy, if we did, you'd want him on your fantasy football team. So, yeah, it's a great comparison there. And again, we talked about what a beautiful night for football and talking about things that are really important. What an incredible moment we had at halftime as the father of Cal, who, you know, was lost to childhood cancer, and then he went on and founded Cal's Angels in his honor. And with that, here tonight, the Aurora Christian Eagles have named Arnaud Martinez their honorary captain, little 9-year-old second grader battling leukemia. What an incredible moment it was to just come together as a community and to hear Coach Dave Beebe speak to them, give a moment of silence, and then close it in prayer. Just an incredible tribute to be part of and witness to. So with that, we get ready to resume second half play. And Riverside-Brookfield had deferred when winning the opening coin toss, so now they are set to receive, field the kick inside the 30-yard line, returned out to about the 44, so they will have good field position to start from there. So giving up 13 points in the first half is more than double what the Eagles have given up until this point all year, although 6 of those were on the blocked punt. 1st and 10 from the 44 for the visitors. Torres gives to the deep man, nowhere to go. Gentile on the carry, and he does run hard, but as I mentioned, really nowhere to go. Offset eye, single receiver split here to the near side, sweep right, stops, cuts it back to the far side. Eagles keep to contain, push him back in. Great job there by the outside linebacker or defensive end, keeping his containment assignment, bringing up 3rd and 5. Quick hitter here to the near side, and the short hop to Gentile will force a punt. Gentile gets off the punt. It bounces at the 25 and will roll all the way down inside the 10-yard line and be touched down there. So the Eagles will have a long ways to go as they turn it around here and start the second half.
Don't forget, once again, Eagles fans, there will be that family.
A good job by that Eagle defense, too. You know, they always say, what, the first 3 minutes of the second half are the most important time of the whole game?
Yeah, absolutely. Well, you know, John Madden, he used to say the last 4 minutes of the first half, first 4 minutes of the second half. So, yeah, for the Eagles to get a quick 3 and out bodes well for them. Hampton settles in under center. That's Dornink with a nice gain up the middle. Well, we don't see a lot of that, Josh, but from these Eagles, traditional two-back set, give up the middle. But that's how you keep the offense deep and you get out of the shadows of your own end zone. Dornink again from the deep eye out of the gun. Third and short. Quickly to the line. Be looking for the quarterback sneak. And there it is. Did I call that, Josh?
Oh, yes, you did.
And that's enough to pick up the first down. Maybe I'll write a book someday, Observations of an Old Inside Linebacker. But, yes, they get third and short. He comes to the line, under center quickly. You just got to be blitzing the quarterback. Now, they brought in the cheetah package, whatever that is. Dornink in motion on the far side. Jet sweep faked. Just behind the intended receiver in the name of Danny New. Man, oh man, oh man. Another deep drop for Hampton with time, steps up, gets rid of it, complete. Number 8, J.P. Jira. Boy, what a nice reception that was. Good composure and presence for a high school quarterback, especially he just a junior. The development has been significant over the years. Oh, wide open, just hit as the ball came in. Jack Serta could not hang on. Looks like he took a shot in the back, too. Boy, he was wide open for a split second, and the ball was just behind him. He turned, and then just as the ball glanced off his hands, he took a shot in the back. Hopefully he's wearing the rib protector, otherwise he'll be feeling that one tomorrow. Hampton steps up under pressure. Look at this, picks up the first down. Boy, Terry, I was just talking about presence and, you know, that kind of thing. I don't know if you can really coach that.
No, he kind of surveys the field. If he sees an opening, he just steps into it and takes it.
Yeah, not out of design, but almost reaction and good recognition by him. Got the first down. So at first he was just avoiding the sack, and then he finds a way to pick up move the markers. Noe down the right sideline, cuts it back across the 30. What a nifty run. Marrero.
Yeah, great play calling, too. They're all looking for the quarterback and get that quick little handoff, and big gain. Good speed on them, too.
Yeah, they're spreading the ball around really well. You know, Dorning certainly getting the bulk of the carries, and then Serta some. So then out of nowhere, Marrero and really keeping the defense honest. Flag on the far side. Boy, that's how you split a defense with the post pattern. Even Eddie hung on and was going to come back. The illegal formation flag went flying as the ball was thrown into the air. But I tell you what, even though that ball fell incomplete or it would have come back on a penalty, nice touch, nice high spiral. Threw it hard, but left room to run under it. Swing pass to the far side. Marrero can't make the first man miss. Terry, you had a thought.
I just like his the way he commands his position. He's a quarterback. He can survey the field. He looks left, looks right, hits his secondary receivers. He does a really great job.
Well, and that's what I'm talking about with his presence. It really is noticeable. Because I know he started as a sophomore. I think he may have been playing as a freshman. I can't remember if he started or if he came in late in the year. But he's certainly showing the maturation process. Steps up in the pocket again, buys some time. Look at the touch on that ball. Perfectly thrown, but well defended. Jack Serta could not hang on. Two defenders converged on the ball. So Josh, I'm looking.
Have to love that pass. I mean, he stepped on the pocket, had people around him, just laid it right there.
Well, and that's what I was going to say is, you know, if the line of scrimmage is at 35, he was back beyond the 40 and effortlessly into the end zone with touch. Really impressive. Deep drop, steps up. Overthrown and then nearly on the deflection. Danny nearly had a circus catch. And it looks like we've got an injured Eagle, Gira. So the Eagles are looking at 4th and 15 from their 35. Quarterback Ethan Hampton is about to attempt a 52-yard field goal. Come on, do we see him go for a 57-yarder?
I think they did intentionally. They want to back it up for the punt.
It was fun to think about.
He's got a strong leg. You never know.
Well, he certainly had distance to spare in the 32-yarder. I don't know if he had 20 yards of distance. But I love that, you know what, they had me convinced that they were actually going for it there. Dornick will come on and punt, however. Lets it fly, and wow, that was a strong punt there, all the way into the end zone. No return. So the Bulldogs will start from their 20 with just over 6 minutes left to play here in the third quarter.
Hi, I'm Melissa Garcia of RE/MAX All-Pro in Sugar Grove. If you're thinking of buying or selling a home this season, we can help. Our team approach helps provide personal and professional assistance in your home buying needs. If you're looking for a home, our buyer specialist team can assist you with every facet necessary for a successful buying experience. If you're considering putting your house on the market, we showcase your home both in print with local periodicals, newspapers, and the real estate book, and online at enhanced sites with Realtor.com, Zillow, Homes.com, and Trulia, not to mention many more, and also on the go by assigning QR codes, text codes, and mobile sites that connect your home to mobile consumers on the go. Let the Melissa Garcia team at RE/MAX All Pro help you find the perfect home or help you get the highest and best price for your current home. Call or text anytime at 630-878-9868 or visit our website at www.melissagarciahomes.com.
Trailing by 10 with just over 6 minutes here in the third quarter. From their own 20-yard line, Torres complete on the far side and hit immediately by Danny New. Nick Novak does a good job of hanging on once again, proving to be a favorite target of Matt Torres. Three interior linemen, receivers spread everywhere. Torres keeps it and picks up the first down. I won't really call that trickery, Terry, but a very unique formation that this defense has not seen until now. I promise you that. Spreading everybody out.
Well, you know what, though? You talk about that defense. They've been, we talked about their pursuit and everything, but they've done a really good job. Only giving up one touchdown this game.
Oh, exactly. The only other touchdown that he'd given up coming into tonight was as they were leading by 66.
You know, sometimes when they play a Chicago team like they did, we say, well, they're not that good. But Riverside-Brookfield is a good team, and this defense is up to the challenge.
Right, and then, we've talked about the pursuit, but also the discipline when you get all these wrinkles that they're throwing at them, spreading people out everywhere. They've stayed very disciplined. Swing pass to the far side, complete, still on his feet. Picks up the first down across the 45-yard line. That's number 13, Daniel Hillier.
Just when you think RB's going to get going again, that defense comes up to the challenge.
Yeah, it's a really good matchup so far, that they're not overpowering them, but certainly they've kept the Bulldogs contained. Torres, fighting for his life, ekes out a couple. And at the end of the play, you've got all but 2 or 3 defenders in and around the pile. The best indicator of pursuit.
Well, when you play, Larry, you guys always all rush to the ball. You usually have 4 or 5 guys on that ball carrier, didn't you?
Absolutely. In fact, Terry, the way we practiced, every defender had to touch the ball carrier. Swing pass complete here to the near side. Still on his feet, breaks it back across the middle, stumbles, but down inside the 20-yard line. Danny Hillier, holy cow, what a play.
Yeah, that was a highlight play, I'll tell you what. He did some nice moves out there, kind of spin moves, and had a little speed, too.
Had he not stumbled, he could have perhaps gotten into the gun zone.
I think he slipped on that yard marker.
Yeah, he did. That he did. But yeah, you know, this Bulldog team is showing some fight, not giving up. This drive started all the way back at their 20-yard line. Halfback pass, underthrown. Well, you said there was going to be some more stuff coming out of the back of the playbook.
Yeah, they're the traveling circus, all right. They don't say you can't beat the zoo for nothing.
Yeah, and I saw a halfback pass pretty clearly. From the Eagle 18-yard line, Torres deep in the gun, pressured, gets rid of it, intended for Hillier, falling incomplete.
Well, one way or another, this RB team's a fun team to watch, though.
Absolutely, they're showing resilience and creativity. Certainly not going down without a fight. Receivers split all over the place. Once again, Torres slip screen with the lateral, falling down.
Was that a mini hook and ladder? What was it?
It is. I've not seen it off a hook and ladder, however, or off a slip screen. Very creative. And actually, the timing was there. It's just the lateral got fumbled.
Yeah. Yeah, he had it in his hands, but it was a little bit of a low pitch, but still should have had it.
I think we're going to see an illegal substitution call. Oh, sideline warning on the Eagles.
So what was that call you thought it was going to be?
Illegal substitution. They had a guy working his way to the sideline very late.
Okay.
But he wasn't in the huddle, so technically it's 12 men in the huddle is where you would see that infraction. So now we're looking at 4th and 15 from the Eagle 23-yard line. Watch out for trickery. You got number 5 in at quarterback. Something's up the sleeve. Short snap. Pitch reverse. Lefty's going to throw it to the end zone. Complete. I tell you, when Owen Murphy lines up at quarterback, Terry.
Yeah, you said it how many times already? They've done it each time.
That was pretty darn unique, you know, and who knew that Daniel Hiller could throw and was left-handed.
What a catch, too, with that guy.
It really was, because the ball was underthrown, and he came back and dove and got it. Now, the Bulldogs are looking at 1st and goal from the Eagle 5. Slant pass, incomplete, but a flag comes in late. I don't like the flag, Josh. Tough to defend, Terry.
Yeah, it was. I don't know. Kind of a bang-bang play. I don't know. Did you see it as a...
No, you know what? That could be the proverbial. He had the left arm draped over the receivers. He came in. Deflection looked clean with the right hand.
Yeah, from my angle with the camera, I couldn't see that quite close up, but you're right.
Oh, man, and do we miss the kicking dog.
He's here in spirit, though, and I'm texting him also.
Speaking of here in spirit, yeah, calling out to our good friend Bobby Dunn Darby, too. First and goal, ball batted at the line. I love it when an offensive lineman picks up a batted ball and tries to run it into the end zone. There's a running back in spirit there.
You got to run the ball a few times, didn't you?
I ran the ball a lot when I was underclass. Torres under center, quarterback sneak, finds the end zone. What an impressive drive.
Ladies and gentlemen,
80 yards, culminating with the Matt Torres quarterback sneak. But man, oh man, traveling the length of the field, and they had a couple fourth downs and they had a couple gadget plays. Well, the real point of note on that injury timeout, that was the quarterback, number 17, Matt Torres. Clearly had a cramp. And the Eagles get through and block the kick, and that is big. It's a 4-point lead. Eagles 23, Bulldogs 19. We got a ball game, folks.
The best new sports bar in Aurora is A-Town Pizza Pub and Grill. Join your friends to watch all your favorite teams. Enjoy daily drink specials and our great menu of pizza, burgers, wings, and other favorites. A-Town is conveniently located at the West Aurora Plaza on Galena Boulevard in Aurora.
Welcome back to Godsfield, the Miracle on Sullivan. We got a great high school football game on our hands here, folks. The visiting Bulldogs from Riverside-Brookfield culminated an 80-yard drive when quarterback Matt Torres called his own number on a sneak in for a touchdown, point after blocked, leaving us with a 4-point Eagle lead. Just over 20 seconds left to play here in the third quarter. As that Bulldog drive took much of the third quarter. Ethan Hampton steps up in the pocket. Oh, that's no good. There's a late hit, but you could have actually called one on both sides there. Ethan Hampton fighting for yards, pulled down, and then he had one of his linemen come in trying to knock the defender off. And the referees are talking about it. Yes, there were. You know, the boos come out, but that was actually a good call. I saw both sides of it. If you're booing, you're ignorant.
Now, the Eagles already got one sideline warning, didn't they? If they get another one, is that a penalty?
Absolutely. Deep drop, bootleg with time, down the middle. Serta hangs on, what a pass. Wow. My, oh my. conclusion to 3 quarters of play. We'll turn it around and bring you the 4th quarter after this here on TV 17.
Ready for the fall hunting season by stopping in at JR Shooting Sports.
Stay warm when you're out on the hunt by choosing from a wide assortment of hunting apparel. JR also has a huge selection of guns for the hunt, as well as sports optics. And don't forget to stock up on ammunition because JR Shooting Sports is your fall hunting headquarters.
We're located on Oakhurst Drive in Aurora. And visit us on the web and on Facebook.
Eagles have 1st and 10 from their opponent's 14-yard line. Shovel pass. Noe Marrero nowhere to go. And Josh, I got to tell you, the shovel pass, one of my favorites. So hard to defend. But the Bulldogs defended it well. You know, and it's funny, we were joking about Trey Beebe not looking 5'11", 155. Well, Noe Marrero listed at 5'9", 140. That's what I would have guessed Trey to be listed at. Ethan with time, hit from behind. Boy, I tell you what, he just did a good job to hang on to the ball there. Number 50, Raheem Kuferji, outside linebacker, came crashing down.
And you were right, that was actually a good play for him not to fumble it.
Absolutely.
Blind side and everything.
Yeah, if ever there's, that Lawrence Taylor coming on a strip sack from the blind side, that's where that happens. Consecutive losses for the Eagles have them looking at 3rd and 16 from the 22. Hampton with time, not again. Sacked by Raheem. Just as I say he had time, he did not. Pressure off the backside.
Could have used that tearaway jersey. Yeah, that's another hard rush there by RB.
Yeah, and I'd really noticed the athleticism the captain, Raheem Kuferji, hadn't really called his name, and then he had consecutive sacks.
Yeah, came around the one side. He got in there in a hurry.
I would not be surprised if we saw a pooch punt here. Just remember that, guys. If I'm the coach, that's what I call. Delay a game, and I think that was by design.
Remember when you were a kid? You liked getting dirty and building things? There were no limits. You could move mountains. The John Deere 1 Series subcompact tractor. The way grown-ups move mountains. And with AutoConnect implements, it's the easiest tractor to use yet. What will you create?
Well, the Eagles had a really good drive going all the way down to about the 14-yard line, and then 3 consecutive setbacks have them looking at 4th and long, thrown to the end zone, just overthrown. Post pattern was open for a brief moment, but just overthrown was Danny New. And that's a victory for the Bulldog defense, Terry.
That's another victory for him, Larry, because that's the previous drive they held inside the red zone, too.
Good observation by you. Yes, absolutely. So the Eagles are moving the ball, but all of a sudden the Bulldogs are doing the bend but don't break. Just a 4-point lead for the Eagles. Matt Torres sacked. Number 75, Tatum Weston. And boy, oh boy, was that timely for the Eagle D. Torres on a deep drop, finally hands it off. That's Gentile. And the The hometown fans come to their feet, all in for deep. Torres from a shotgun, rolling to the right. On the run, lays it out along the sideline. Hit. Did he get his feet in? They're saying that he did. What a catch. Matt Torres dropped that in a bucket, and Matt Novak hung on just in time to take a shot, but he got his feet down inbounds, picking up a crucial first down. Incomplete pass. Boy, the student section really making some noise. You gotta love that. Torres with a deep drop, crossing pattern, in and out of Nick Novak's hands. Torres, deep drop, sideline pass again. Is that Gentile? It was. Could not hang on. That's where at a higher level the strategic play would be to punt, but here you go for it. Four receiver set. Oh no, the slot man fell forward. That is a legal procedure, which is a 5-yard penalty. And now you punt.
Just never know with these guys, but yeah, they've got to punt now.
Yeah. So yeah, for most teams, yes, that is the right call, but we've talked about the gadget plays and the trickery. They did run a fake punt where the up back took it. Gentile in the punt position, high snap fielded. Punt is down and bounces and rolls down inside the 15-yard line.
So Larry, what the Eagles need to do now is probably have another long drive. Doesn't matter if they score, but if they eat up 7 more minutes like they did before, that's the ball game.
Well, right, you know, it's a 1-touchdown game, and yeah, the clock can be the biggest ally that they've got. So a sustained drive for sure.
Well, they had 2 in a row, but nothing to show for it.
You know, ironically, I'm just remembering last year it was a 4-point game, although the score was 6-2. Now it's still a 4-point lead, 23-19. 7:40 left to play. Ethan keeps it himself up the middle, hit, spins couple times.
Well, that's a great start for their clock management.
Exactly.
So did Josh feed you that 4-point that 4-point comment? Was that from Josh?
Oh, absolutely. He's all over it. But yeah, it's a great observation, Terry, by Hampton doing the quarterback draw. It keeps that clock running, and now they're being very patient as the play clock winds down to 4, 3, and 2. Dornink on the side with the toss, staying in bounds. Terry, you called that quite well. They're just looking to sustain the ball and keep it in bounds so the clock continues to run.
And of course, with that quarterback that they have for the Eagles, he can run it himself.
Yeah, Ethan has really broken a lot of key runs, shown to be very athletic and resilient. Now he's in under center. Dornink again, right up the middle, hit hard. Will bring up 3rd down.
So as a defensive guy, Larry, and your RB and their defense, what do you do? How do you stop this?
Run blitz. Yeah, you'd be watching the inside linebackers. I'll point them out to you. But to really press the action, yeah, I'd be calling run blitzes. And they've got this 3-4-D, which a lot of times is the best way to defend this West Coast wide open spread offense. So yeah, number 44, Eduardo Pena, I'd be sending him as you see him step up into the gap, and there he goes. Bootleg right on the run, complete to Serta. Knocked out of bounds, but he did pick up the first down. Great execution there.
Well, as this chess game continues, they did the run blitz, and here the Eagles rolled out and got a completion with a pass instead.
Well, and yeah, channeling my inner Tom Flanders, best play in football right there, that bootleg. So now, yeah, okay, Terry, I'm going to tell you that inside handoff to Dornink, working his way to the left tackle. There it is. I guess the Bulldogs heard me.
Well, they ran it. But you talked about that bootleg. It's so great with a quarterback like this. It gives him a real option.
Well, and yeah, and the running game is established, and so the other thing with Ethan, yeah, that makes it so the fake, that freezes the defenders, and then he's proven himself to be a running threat also. It's making it so effective. Jet sweep, halfback pass, deflected, nearly intercepted. Oh, Pena feeling his frustration. Oh.
Hodges Westside Truck Center is the place to go if you need a work truck for your business. Hodges offers a wide variety of trucks to meet your needs, and we have 2 locations to serve you in Marengo and in Elburn, and that's where you can browse around and find the right truck for you. We also service what we sell. We have an excellent parts and customer service department, and we also have a complete workshop to make the repairs you need to keep your truck on the road. Our Elburn facility is located on Main Street just east of Route 47, and in Marengo you can find Westside Truck Center on Route 20 Grant Highway near I-90.
4:40 left to play here in the fourth quarter. Eagles lead by 4. Ethan Hampton fakes, runs, nowhere to go, still on his feet, finally gets rid of it. Noe Marrero still on his feet, picks up the first down. That was illegal motion. Second and short. Shuffle. Oh, Jordan tackled in the backfield.
20 years, Peg's on Main Street in Maple Park has provided quality professional hair care for the entire family. Peg and her staff keep up on the latest fashion trends for adults and children. She also carries a wide variety of hair care products for your convenience. And when they're finished pampering your hair, you can walk over and browse around the fantastic on-site gift shop. Stop in anytime at Peg's on Main in downtown Maple Park or give them a call at 815-827-3051.
3:09 left to play here in the fourth quarter after that Bulldog timeout. 3rd and 6. Hampton keeps it out near the first down marker. Don't know if he's got it. Looks like the defense held. All kinds of fired up over there. I don't even know if they're going to measure it, Terry.
Wow.
Turnover on down.
Wow. Yeah, it worked the last 2 times they tried it, but RB was waiting for it.
Well they should have been. Pretty predictable, you know. You get that 4th and short, quick no huddle, Hampton right under the line. Credit to the defense for reading it and stopping it. So now the game is in the Eagle defense's hands.
You know, I can't believe the game actually got to this point. After those 2 failed drives, the Eagles should be up by 3 touchdowns. Should, could, and would. But I always say, offense puts fans in the stands, defense wins championships. Here comes the Eagles defense. Student section really bringing it. Gotta love it. Torres on a roll here to the near side. Stops, throws. Incomplete, intended for number 9, Ryan Kenny. Torres gets rid of it quickly. Wow! Kenny once again. That was a textbook post pattern, split the seam, took a shot, but he hung on. From the Eagle 45-yard line, Torres lofts it down the right sideline. The receiver cannot hang on. Yeah.
Why not? That's what you've got, gadget plays. And remember that hook and ladder that they ran before?
Yeah.
I'd look for a version of that here to the near side, or the wide side, the home sideline. Dornick on a blitz, breaks free. Ho-ho! Really put the pressure on. Here he comes off the near side again, Dornick, but they picked it up. Pass complete on the far side. Nick Novak. From the 32. Torres with time. Torres airs it out here on the near side, intended for number 2, Matt Novak. Minute 7 and 2 timeouts left. Torres with time, steps up across the middle, in and out of the receiver's hands. 4th and 15 from the 36. Down by 4, Torres with time, post pattern overthrown. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. Really? "57 seconds. Fresh set of downs. From the 23, Torres to the end zone. Now that was more interference than was on the play before. All right, I'm just going to tell you right now, I said sprint to the finish. 46 seconds and 2 timeouts yet. They're going to need every bit of it.
Sneezy.
The 2-point conversion attempt from the 21 to the end zone, much like the touchdown pass, falls incomplete. Eagles will get the ball back with 46 seconds, trailing by 2.
Attention campers, attention campers. If you're looking for a new or pre-order travel trailer, camping trailer, fifth wheel, toy hauler, accessible trailer, or destination trailer, go to Vacation Land in Big Rock, Illinois. You pay no fees. You're buying an RV, not fees. No freight, no setup, no propane charges, no hookup fees. Just your beautiful new RV ready for family fun. This message was brought to you by Vacationland RV. We sell RVs, not fees. Call us at 630-556-3211 or go to our website, vacationlandrv.com, for more information.
After crazy turn of events, the Bulldogs visitors scored with 46 seconds to take their first lead of the game. And Josh Dornink returns the ensuing kickoff out past the 30-yard line. 2 timeouts in their hip pocket, 38 seconds left on the clock. All kinds of time. Giro wide open over the middle, all the way down inside of the 20. I had a feeling they weren't done. They faked the spike, pressured from behind, sacked. They're going to have to use a timeout now, and they do. Empty backfield. Visitors making all kinds of noise. Incomplete over the middle. Hampton appears to be audibling at the line. High snap over his head. All the way back to midfield. Picks it up on the run. Heaves it down. Falls incomplete with 8 seconds left to play. A 47-yard attempt. Low snap spot. Short. So Josh, you know, you made mention of getting in free and you would have paid for it. How about this high school game that we just witnessed here tonight?
Well, our view from the press box here, and just an overall great game. Yeah, probably I made away like a thief.
One of the best games I've ever seen, back and forth, down to the wire. And it's just cliche that you say that you hate to see somebody's got to lose, but unfortunately it's the Aurora Christian Eagles coming up on the short side of the scoreboard. But Terry, what a game.
It was a great game. You know, down at the end there, hindsight being 20/20, when they had those 2 timeouts, you called it touchdown and there's nothing to worry about. I think the kid has a good leg and give him a shot, but if they could have maybe have gotten just a little bit closer, maybe, I don't know, do I dare say a couple running plays or a quarterback option?